Catching fish is fun. Eating fish, especially with friends and family, is even better. So this year, we put together our top 8 best fish dishes on Oak Island. Not just restaurants we've gone to, but recipes we've cooked as well. So if you're looking to eat some fish or just have a good meal with your friends and family, check it out. To eat. Alpaca has just opened up in Southport, and we were like, him and I, let's go check it out. Let's see what's going on in Alpaca. And they had this kind of crazy menu, like when you first walk in, and I didn't know what anything was, so I just ordered a chicken dish, a polo, and my wife got a carne. Meat dish, and it's like you order up in front. They have these chickens roasting, and it's very cool. It's a very cool little establishment. It looks really a lot of wood, and they give you like a little thing. You sit down, so it's sort of like a nice restaurant and sort of like a fast food joint. It's kind of halfway between. It's not quite a fast food joint. It's not quite a sit down restaurant. It's kind of both, but they do bring your food over to you, so it's kind of in between. And these meals were really good, and they had everything's on top of French fries. So she had the meat, and I had the chicken on top of the big old French fries, and they gave you a couple different dipping sauces. So yeah, I would check it out. Check out Alpaco. It's pretty good. So they're going in the bag, but we're going to take them upstairs. We're going to clean them up because they're looking a little nasty here. And they're going to prep them for the smoker. And I'll show you what that entails. Put them upstairs, and I just take some kosher salt and some brown sugar, and I just put them in a tin, and I let that sit overnight, and it draws out the liquid so that the smoke adheres better to the fish. Now here we got the smoker, and basically we're just going to put some coals in the bottom. We're going to put some wood chips here. They're supposed to be slightly moist there, so it smokes instead of kind of kill that fire. It's kind of a big flame there still, so put them on there, get that to kind of calm down a little bit. Put some water in the pot right below it, and always a beer, as for flavor, and wait for that fire just to back down a little bit. Put the fish on there, put the top on, and then do the smoky thing, and make sure the tails fit. and about 2 hours of just letting them sit there with smoke, and every once in a while I'll throw a little bit more chips on there, keep the smoke going. But after 2 hours, like, they're golden brown and yummy, delicious, and ready. So I take them upstairs. This is the process here for making the fish dip. I take the meat off them. No bones, just meat, no skin, until I have it all in the bowl there. And I just take a fork and kind of break it up so it's getting nice and kind of smooth already. I'm going to take these ingredients, some sour cream, some mayonnaise, some sriracha hot sauce, some Worcestershire sauce, a little soy sauce along with that. There's going to be lemon juice in there. There's going to be some seasoning, some garlic powder, some onion powder, and some salt and pepper as well. So that's all that's going into the smoked fish dip. Now here we've got the mayonnaise and the sour cream. Start mixing that up so we get that creamy kind of texture we're going for. And just the rest of the ingredients, all just at that point, just adding them, the sriracha, the Worcestershire sauce, your soy sauce, lemon juice, and the spices, salt and pepper, onion powder, and all that stuff. And that's it. And you're just blending it together at that point. And once it's blended together, you're ready to go. Grab a chip, dip it in there, serve it up, put it in a better looking bowl. you can put it in the refrigerator and serve it later. You can serve it right then and there. It's perfectly good to go. And here's how you just dip a chip in there. And of course the chip will break at that point right there. And enjoy. So we stopped and went out for lunch. Now, I have done a video at the Rusty Hook before one time, but not since they built this deck. Look at this build. Look at this deck. This is so much fun. And the dogs are allowed. So Bailey was like, I'm in heaven. And they even have cute kids they keep out there to entertain people. So we got there and, of course, ordered up some meals, ordered up some fish tacos. But the big thing about the Rusty Hook is they had a band playing and everything, and then the owner got up and made an announcement that they were buying or going to partner with Clem's. And you know how I do like Clem's. Even Bailey got a little hamburger. Got to get her a hamburger, right? So they're partnering with Clem's, which is great. So they're supposed to be opening up this month sometime. I'm going to be running over to Clem's. Hopefully they keep the stuff that I love so much about it, the live bait, and of course the shrimp. Maybe Brie will still work there, and she always picks me out the right shrimp. Back at the ranch, we did a low country boil, and I just wanted to show you, this was so much fun to be able to cook a low country boil. We got this big pot going. I don't know, how many gallons is that? 20, 30, 40? I don't know, 50? 100-gallon pot. And I'm just going to start with some Slap Your Mama hot sauce. That is well, it's powder, but it's going in there. It's sort of like the Old Bay of the world, right? And then I follow that up with some potatoes. They're going in there. And every time I did this, I closed the top. Now, here I'm going to close. That's probably the last time you're going to see that. But just imagine every time I put something in there, I did close the pot. Now, my wife cut up some seasoning. So we got some, I think this is parsley, maybe cilantro, green chopped up stuff, and some garlic, and that's going in there too. So this is the base, right? We got the slap your mama, we got some garlic, we got some parsley, we got the greens going in there, some herbs, and some lemon, and we threw a couple. I'm just going to show you one going in there, but we threw a couple lemons in there, a couple of onions, a couple more onions than that. We threw a bunch of onions in there, and that's all going to simmer and get, really nice and hot and start to boil. So we got what? We got kielbasa, sausage, sausage. Kielbasa is going in the pot. I don't know what it's called. So kielbasa, it's going in the pot. And we got a couple of bags full of it. It's already pre-cut, and so that's going in there. And believe me, this pot is a boil. Like I mentioned, we did put the cap on each time in between these. So now the corn's going in. We got a couple of bags of corn, and of course the top went back on, and it's boiling. And more corn. So we got corn, we got kielbasa, we got potatoes, we got more corn. I hope you like corn, people. And it's all on that slap your mama sauce, right? So the top goes back on. We're boiling this thing up. Boil, boil, boil. Now, we got some live crabs. So they're going in the pot. Now, you figure live crabs are going to take 15, 20 minutes to cook, right? So we got some live ones going, and we have some pre-boiled ones ahead of us. So we're going to start with the live ones that we just got out of the trap today. So they're all going in. This guy's a feisty guy. Oh, he wants to fight me. But you're going in the pot. I don't care what they say. So we got the crabs, the kielbasa, the corn. We got the potatoes, and what else? Clams. We went clamming. Mike took Kim clamming, and Kim is vicious when it comes to clamming. She will clam until she has a million clams, and then I'm like, we have so many clams. And some of these clams were real big, like surf clams, so like clam chowder type clams. But I washed them all before that. They're going in there. How about some crawfish? I happen to love crawfish, so here's a bag of frozen crawfish going in there, and of course that's going to calm my water down a bit. So, the top went back on, but we keep it going. Now, you can see this is starting getting to the top, right? So I got to use my ladle here, start pushing those little crawfish down so they go under the water. Now what? Here's the crab that was this was pre-steamed. Mike had brought this over. He got some in his crab trap. He steamed them and brought them over. So they didn't need as much time as the live crabs that were in there. So we pushed those down to the bottom. And you're probably thinking, wow, what else can you possibly add? Well, how about some shrimp? Now, shrimp only takes like a couple of minutes. So this is the very end of the pot here. We're going to get these little shrimp in there. And once they're ready, in about 3 minutes, this whole thing's going to be ready to go. So push those shrimp down in there. And we are ready to pull this thing out and to eat it. And it looks like yummy, delicious. I know you want some, right? So that, my friends, is how we make a low country boil. Serve this bad boy up. Now, a lot of times you just pour it onto like a big piece of brown paper, but we're actually going to put it in like some little, I don't know what we call them, tins, if you will. But I got to drain it first. This thing's heavy. So this is my workout for the day, picking a big old pot of food, and I got to pour it into one of the tins. So there you go. Down to Southport. That's the Southport Marina. It used to be Southport Marina. Now it's called Morningstar. And this is Fizzy Jane's. They own Coco Cabana, Kaya Joe's on the island. Both great restaurants if you haven't been there. So I was like, I got to check out this Fizzy Jane's joint. And we did check it out, and we went for brunch. It was Sunday morning. We decided to go down there for brunch. It had just opened up. There's no one even in the place yet. We were the first ones to go to Fizzy Jane's on a Sunday morning. And we also invited two of our friends. Picked up the menu, nice funky cocktails. Like they had this cranberry, like usually I think of a mimosa is just like some orange juice and champagne, but I was like, I'm going to get this mimosa, that's cranberry mimosa, and fish sandwich. It wasn't lunchtime yet. I'm going to get breakfast, but this looks more like a glass of champagne with like a piece of orange in it than it does a real mimosa, but that's okay. I'm going to drink it anyway because it's a Sunday brunch and you have to have mimosas or Bloody Marys, I suppose, which is what Steve got. He got a nice Bloody Mary with some olives in it, and I told him he had to put the orange back in because I get the full effect. Show you what they're giving you there. The waitress came over, took our order, and when the food came out, it looked absolutely delicious. There, Kim got some brunch with a big egg up on top, and it was just really good all around here. Oh, that's Steve. Bring me mine. I'm hungry. I'm ready to go. Now, if you don't think it looks delicious, which I think it looks delicious, and you can't go wrong with Kaya Joe and those guys, they're just good food. It's just they have good chefs, they have good food. So to prove it, I'm going to show you what we did. There's my plate, and take a look at Steve's plate over here. So it must have been good because there's nothing left. All right, Miss Kim, what are we making here today?
So I'm going to do a whiting, and I am going to do a lemon dill whiting fillet, and I am also going to do a creamed spinach to go along with it. What's going in the fish is going to be
Obviously the fish.
the fish, a little arugula, some butter, radishes, a bit of onion, heavy cream, milk, lemon, capers, some garlic, some dill, some flour. What we're going to do is melt this butter, and we're going to add these lemon wedges. Foaming like that, that's what you want. You want a good foam. So we're just going to keep moving these around for about another minute, and then we're going to transfer this whole thing to its plate.
Put it on a plate. It's on a plate.
The fish with salt and pepper. Alright, another 2 minutes. Wow, that's looking good.
What are you doing here?
I'm doing a arugula radish salad to accompany the fish.
What'd you pour in there?
Put a little olive oil in there. A little bit of lemon juice to this. You don't need a lot. Again, we're just gonna mix it all together with the olive. Alright, so we've got that seasoned really well. This lemon sauce we made, and we're gonna use it almost like a dressing for this salad. I mean, look at that. This looks so good. Now that we've plated the fish, we're going to put some more butter. Need some more. Everything's great with butter. Butter's the best. But you got to use the good butter.
Gonna have like a heart attack from all the butter.
You got to have good butter. You got onions.
What are you doing?
Onions. Now I'm going to add some capers. Love capers. So good. I need to get this little one they can get in there. Dill. Everybody loves dill. Who doesn't love dill? Dill's a weird name. Sauce over our fish. It's gonna be so good. I'm excited about this.
Okay. Yeah, that looks really good. It tastes really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. That's fantastic. You're like a chef. Chef Kim.
Let me grab some. They are the fire, which is it's hot buffalo, but it's a hot.
My daughter loves wings, and that's our go-to.
Okay,
So,
sweet.
yes.
This ring is ginormous. It's as big as your head.
I think this has a good amount of heat. The heat's catching up to meat.
Mine's really juicy on the inside.
This has the crispy on the outside and the soft on the inside. This is what we were looking for texture.
Yeah, good crunch.
I'm telling you what, that spice is slowing me down.
Yeah, me too. It is making my tongue burn again already.
Cameron's gonna have to go outside in a minute.
Oh, we lost Cameron.
We actually roast those peppers in house and make it roasted all the way from the peppers.
They're hotter than the Carolina Reaper ones.
Like it's still kicking in. I'm sucking down celery.
$8 for 6 weeks.
These were significantly cheaper than all the other places we've been. Mr. Sands is doing his rubric. I feel like if I walked away from here and I had ordered this for lunch, I would have been like, that was a good basket of wings.
Good wings, less money. Better wings, better pizza. Papa John's.